Hello, my name is Christian Jimenez, and today I'm here to tell you why you should do the AP Capstone program. So I wanted to first, before I get anything, talk to you a little bit about what is this AP Capstone program. What does it mean? What does it do? So, it's a sequence of two one-year-long courses. The first one being called AP Seminar, the second being called AP Research. In an AP Seminar, you learn how to read through academic papers and analyze their credibility and put them together to make an argument on shorter term projects, about maybe a month or two in length. And then for these projects, you write papers and make presentations on said papers, and some of that is done with a team. The purpose of that whole thing is to prepare you for the end goal, which is AP Research, where you're working on one project the entire year by yourself, which is one academic paper with a word max of 5,500 words and a minimum of, I believe, 4,000 words, and a presentation with maxing out at 20 minutes in length over what you found. And to get the diploma, you must also get a passing score on 4 AP exams. So, why should you do the AP Capstone anyway? As Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That's kind of how it is with AP Research. You're investigating one topic the whole year, very niche topic, and you're in the top 1% of the most knowledgeable people in the world on that topic. And honestly, feels very cool. And like Bruce Lee once said, now that is something to fear. As a wise man once said, you can be one of two people. You can be a smart fella or a fart smella. The AP Capstone program is there to make sure that you're the smart fella instead of the fart smella. In other words, they help you tell the legit stuff from what's crap. Put some poopery in there. So, with all the crap that's out there nowadays, all the not legit stuff, the AP Capstone helps you look at, okay, is the method that they used, is it well justified? Does this method that they used for said study even make sense? Where are people getting this information that they see? And this isn't even just an AP research paper writing. It's just looking at information that's being disseminated and being able to tell whether it's credible or not, to make sure that you stay that smart fella. Another thing that's quite nice about the AP Capstone is you learn how to become an expert communicator. You see, when you're writing your paper, you're looking at all of this literature and the body of knowledge of the field you want to investigate. And there's all these university professors, grad students, who are writing papers with a bunch of complicated academic jargon on your subject. And your job is to look at that and see, okay, out of all these equations and like methodologies that they're throwing out, which of this is actually important and what can I actually take away from my paper? And then you're gonna take that into your paper and you become an expert at breaking that down for the layman to where you can just pick someone off the street and explain your concept to them and they'll understand it and even enjoy it. You are basically, like I said, the translator. You're looking through all these sources with all this complex terminology and you're putting it into an easy to understand PowerPoint and easy to understand paper and explaining this concept to the average person. Now this communication is an essentially valuable skill to almost anybody. Another thing about the AP Capstone is that you learn how to navigate uncertainty. Nobody in that class has ever written an academic research paper before. Literature review? No one knows how to write that. Methodology? No one knows how to justify that. But the beauty of it all is you got a whole year to figure all that out. So you learn as you go and figure out how to do all that stuff as you go and how to approach uncertainty in your work. And this is applicable
to any class where you need to know how to approach uncertainty in your work.
The unfortunate truth is that academic papers are hard to read. They can be wordy, and if you don't know how to approach them, they can be hard to approach. But through the AP Capstone program, you learn how to approach them, and this is where all of the testing and innovation and all these new things and new fields are being born and taking hold. So this allows you to unlock this domain and traverse it confidently. And also, you'll be looking good at the dinner table when people are talking about case studies and longitudinal studies and you know what they're talking about. Another thing that the AP Capstone program teaches you is patience. The patience to stick with one topic for a full year, and priorly an AP seminar to stick to a few projects for a couple months at a time. Now, in most other classes, the units span no longer than 3 weeks or so. So this can be a big change. However, on the bright side, you have a lot of time to think things through and perfect your work. Additionally, sticking with this work of yours for a full year, it prepares you in a lot of other areas that no other thing could have prepared you for. For example, if you really want to vow to stick with a skill for a long period of time, or start a business and stick with it, the skills learned from this class will help you immensely, especially in the realm of patience. In a world where many people can't even stick on one Instagram reel for the full 10 seconds, this skill is invaluable. Furthermore, the AP Capstone program helps you learn and accept the fact that there is not an exact science to writing a research paper. You can study whatever you want, however you want, wherever you want, as long as your defense of that topic is good and your reasons for studying that topic are valid to provide future information that can actually make a meaningful contribution in society.
Another skill that AP Capstone teaches you is how to pace for faraway deadlines. For the 2 classes in this program, the deadlines aren't as frequent, but there's more due on them. So, while for every other class, everyone says, oh, don't procrastinate, but you can still get by, even if you do, the AP Capstone puts you in situations where you can't procrastinate and you're forced to learn how to break up the work beforehand so you don't have a bunch the night before. And this is a very helpful skill because it's one that you would have liked to learn for other classes, but you never had to learn. And this also teaches you how to make deadlines for yourself, which is an invaluable skill for other things. Because just like when you want to start that business, or learn that instrument, or ask that girl out, nobody's making deadlines for you. You got to make your own deadlines to make that stuff happen. So the AP Capstone program teaches you how to do exactly that and pace yourself along those deadlines.
And last but not least about the AP Capstone program is that you might find something very cool, like me. Though we're just high schoolers, and though our resources are limited, and our connections are also limited, and we've never written an academic paper before, oftentimes the findings yielded by these works by the AP research paper at the end of the AP Capstone program are quite significant and add something very cool to an academic body of knowledge, and even get published in academic papers with university students and professors. And for those reasons, I hope that you will consider joining the AP Capstone program.